Welcome back to another episode of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. You got your boy Suns fan Randy in the building. And you know what I'm saying? This is a good dub. I'm not gonna lie. I felt good watching this game for the majority of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just knew, like I want to say after the second quarter, I knew that okay, like y'all came to play and y'all playing the right way for the most part. Y'all playing good defense on Steph for the most part. Shout out to Ryan Dunn and Tyus Jones. They had a good job. I feel like anytime you could kind of hold Steph to what he finished with 14 points, you know what I'm saying? 14, 5 of 14, one three ball made. Like, you know what I'm saying? You deserve that pat on the back. So, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you could do that. So shout out to them too. But I feel like we played good tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying we played championship level. I'm not saying that we turned the corner. I'm just saying we played good against another team that is also struggling. So it's not too much to really take away from the game because if you've been watching the NBA, that you could see that the Warriors also been struggling. They, I think, 11th in the West, and they haven't been able to like figure it out for long stretches of time. And then like it seemed like everybody was not everybody, but just looking at their roster is just like who are these dudes or some of them? You know what I'm saying? Like you got Buddy Hill, you got Post. I've never seen Post like a day in my life. I don't know who that man is. Gary Payton Jr. didn't play that much. Moses Moody, Brandon, like Dennis Schroeder, like so we did what we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? We got another two games coming up against the Portland Trailblazers on a or not a back to back, but we play them back to back times. So we got another one tomorrow against Portland, and like I said, we just these is now is the time in the season where is you got to cut the bullshit and you got to win the games that you're supposed to win. You know what I'm saying? And tonight was a game that we were supposed to win. Tomorrow and I think Monday is the games we're supposed to win. So now we leaning into that right into the half or right into the All-Star break where it's like, all right, now it's time to shift the gear and see what we could do. Not saying that we gonna make much noise in the playoffs. Like I don't see us even if we get there. I don't see us if we don't make a trade for Jimmy Butler. I don't see us really getting past the first round, and depending on who we play in that first round too. But yeah. So it depends. If we play the Clippers in the first round, then we might be good. But like I said, I don't see us really getting past the first or second round. Like I said, depending on who we play. But yeah. So we had a good, I feel like, comeback game from Book. He finished with 12 of 23, 11 assists tonight. Only two turnovers. I'm not too mad, even though, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Point Book. Like I like to see Tyus Jones do his job and yeah, like let him run the offense. And today was like the first time in a long time I seen us actually run plays and offensive sets. So it was good to see that. It was good to see that ball movement. It was good to see Nick Richards, you know what I'm saying, doing what he do best. Finished with 14 and 16 rebounds. And like I said, I feel like Nick Richards brings a different element to the team in regards to the defensive end because they know that they have somebody at least at the rim that if whoever blow by them on the perimeter, they at least got Nick Richards at the rim that's at least going to challenge the shot or deter it or make it difficult or at least can have a quick second jump to grab the board and shit like that. So I feel like Nick Richards definitely opened shit up defensively for us. But we just kind of got to take advantage of that. We kind of got to trust him and shit like that. Even though I think he finished with 3 fouls tonight. I thought he had like maybe 3 or 4 or whatever. But yeah, and yeah, I just don't like the Mason Plumlee minutes. Like I said, also I've been trying to tell you, like, hey, it's some money on the flow for you. All you gotta do is go get it. But Mason, he actually played decent today. I feel like he finished with 10, 6. I feel like he could have finished with an easy like 16. Like if you watch that game, like I said, it seemed like every night Mason Plumlee leave at least 8 to 10 points on the floor just every night. Just on not even on no like you need to go out and go get it, just on some easy like niggas is dumping it off to you right under the basket and you can't finish or you can't just you forget that you 6'11 that you can just jump straight up or like he just pass out the shot to a three ball. So it is what it is. But like I said, he played decent. Everybody played decent. Everybody was connected on the defensive end today. Kevin Durant didn't have the best game. I was waiting like, damn, when is this nigga gonna make a three? He didn't really get shit going into that second half. He finished with 19, 6 to 13. Grayson Allen came out and was balling. And it seems like to me that we go as far as Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal can take us, and that I don't like. You know what I mean? Grayson Allen finished with 11 points. I don't think he scored in that second half. Like by halftime, I think he had 11, and then out. Like I said, after that they kind of cut off his water. Royce O'Neal, the same thing, finished with 6. He didn't really do too much in that second half, but tonight was one of the few nights where Book actually played a complete game. You know what I'm saying? I got to call a spade and give credit when it's due. He played a complete game from 1 through 4, was out there playing defense, hustling. Like I said, assists. I'm not the biggest fan of Point Book, but I do think that he could kind of get 11 assists. I say he could kind of like fluctuate between that 8 to 11 on a nightly basis, especially if he learned how to like utilize that pick and roll with Nick Richardson, actually throw that lob. So you know what I'm saying? And then if he do it, it just opens shit up even more. Because if he throw that lob 2 times, then now they gotta play the lob. So now he gets more of a, if they play drop, he can get right to where he want to get to. But like I said, all in all, it was a good play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody played good, but it's kind of hard to really dissect and really take much from it. Because like I said, this Warriors team is not the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Wiggins, I think, finished with a high with 17 points. Him and Moses Moody. So it's just like, yeah. So it is what it is over there. But we entering in the part of the year where it's like, all right, dog, like what we doing? Like it's getting there. It's getting there. So we gotta win these games. We got a few tough games coming up. I seen on the schedule, we got OKC and I think the Nuggets coming up. I feel like those are the two toughest games we got coming out of the next 2 weeks. So yeah, so it's just like I said, it's must win time now. You know what I'm saying? We done bullshitted all the way up to this point, so now it's must win time. And every win, every loss hold a lot more weight to it now. Um, I still stand on the side of I think that we could get Jimmy. I think that we could still get Jimmy. I think we could still make a move. Or if we don't trade for him directly, maybe it could be some indirect shit where he goes somewhere else and then we trade with that team and like some we could work something out. I could still see him here. And like I said, my thing on why I believe in Jimmy is because I feel like it's a for me, I look at it like trading for Jimmy Butler is like going for it for on fourth down. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we already here, like, you know what I'm saying? It's the playoffs time. So it's just like you might as well go for it on fourth down. You know what I mean? And everything I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about like his behavior and the shit, like what he brings to the locker room. But I'm like, I don't really see people talk about what he can bring to us on the court. And I feel like everybody knows that if we could get him, you know what I'm saying, on the court, I think that he makes everybody on the floor better just because he do the little shit. He pay attention to the details. He can win a game without scoring the ball. He can win a game in a multiple different kind of ways. And I feel like don't nobody really talk about that aspect. They just talk about him and how he would gel in the locker room. But like I said, if we take a step back out of all the antics and other shit, just look at how Jimmy Butler would fit with this team. It's kind of hard for anybody, I feel like, logically to be like, nah, you don't want that. You know what I mean? So, and that's just where I'm looking at it. Like, even if it's for a 3 month, 6 month run or whatever, that's all we need is a good 3 month run of Jimmy on whatever kind of behavior, but also bringing that kind of winning mentality to the team on the floor. So, I think that'd be enough to get it done. And I feel like we've seen in the past with past Suns teams that like Devin Booker plays his best when he don't when all he got to worry about is scoring. And I feel like that's what Jimmy Butler could relieve the pressure from Book from trying to be this fake two-way or trying to be point Book and shit like that. He could just worry about scoring. So yeah, so that's how I feel about it. Till next time. Oh, also too, I do got a theory, even though I don't want to like he who shall not be named. I feel like if you watch this game, it's somebody on this team intentionally trying to throw the game. And that's something that I noticed. Like I'm not letting that slide. It's somebody on this team that's intentionally when I watch the games, it's like intentionally trying to throw this shit. That's just what I see. And I would hope that they watch film and just like they could see it that like, oh, like somebody is trying to intentionally turn the ball over and intentionally do shit that's like not conducive to winning. But till next time, man. Peace.